Evening and welcome to our May 27th board meeting. Mrs. Boynton, would you please read?
Good afternoon, everyone. Due to the passage of House Bill 197 and in response to the COVID-19 public health crisis and the governor's order prohibiting mass gathering, the Board of Education meeting will also be virtual. You may view by internet live stream http://board.bedfordschools.org or Spectrum Cable TV, channel 1025. If you wish to speak during the audience participation portion of this agenda, please complete the audience participation card online at http://participate.bedfordschools.org. Oral presentations are limited to 3 minutes each. Thank you.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Boynton,
Here.
Mr. Kennedy. Here. Mrs. Patterson,
Present.
Mr. Stevens. Here. Mr. Tench.
Aye, here.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, 2.01, awards and presentations, Dr. Salvatore.
Thank you, Mrs. Patterson. Good evening, members of the board and our members who are here this evening. We're glad to see all of you here. We have a couple of awards in 2.01, as Mrs. Patterson has suggested. We have the recognition of the retirees. And then in 2.02, if I may, Madam President, we have our continuing contract awards. And if we could just do those all at once with your permission, okay? And at this time, what I'd like to do is Dr. Johnson is going to help me. She's going to read the names of the number of people that you see before us that will be leaving us for purposes of retirement. And then on another note, we have some that will be receiving tenure status this evening with board approval, of course. So with that, I'm going to move over to that area so I can give out the gifts and then you will call their names. Perfect. Thank you.
Good evening, Board President, Vice President, and board members. I appreciate having this opportunity to honor our retirees, some that retired maybe last summer, but also some that are retiring now. I will be reading off the names of those that are present with us this evening and just telling you a little bit about them. We're going to start out with Ms. Denise Donahue, if you could come forward. Denise is the secretary to the supervisor of maintenance department, grounds, facilities, and security. Hired in July 1993 and retired July 2020. She served 27 years. Denise was a substitute secretary and worked for several elementary principals until she became the maintenance department secretary until she retired. We thank you so much for your service. Next, we have Miss Nadine Glide. Nadine serves as the administrative assistant for the business manager, and she was hired September 1989. She'll be retiring next month, June 2021, and she served 32 years. Nadine started as a secretary substitute, then was a floating secretary for the district and finished her career serving as the business manager's administrative assistant. We thank you so much, Nadine. You'll be missed. Next, we have Denise Goodlett. Denise is a school bus operator in the transportation department. She's worked with us since August 1992, and she retired this past February 2021, and she served 29 years. Denise has been a school bus operator with us. We thank you so much. Don Houghton is the data entry specialist and grant coordinator at our administrative center. Don started with the district in 1990, and he will be retiring next month in June, and he has served 31 years. We thank you so much, Don. Debbie Mayer. Debbie here? Okay. Marilyn Schroeder. Marilyn is a paraprofessional at Glendale Primary. She was hired 1996, and she will be retiring this coming September 2021, and she has served 25 years. We thank you so much. And I know Dr. Sokol is sad about this one, but we have Roxanne Stinger. Roxanne is the Executive Administrative Assistant to the Superintendent. She was hired August 1989, and she will be retiring this coming August 2021. She has served 32 years. Roxanne started as a substitute secretary, library aide, secretary to the technology department, and she will be ending her career as the Bedford Superintendent's Administrative Assistant. We thank you, Roxanne. Next, we have Nancy Trimble. Is Nancy here? Nancy has worked in Nutrition Services Department for 21 years. She's currently the cook at Heskett Middle School. She was hired August of 2000, and she will be retiring next month in June. Thanks so much, Nancy. And last but not least, we have Ms. Flinner, Dana. Dana is a biology teacher at Bedford High School, and she has served 20 years. She has a Bachelor of Arts in Biology from Wittenberg University and a Master's in Secondary Education from the University of Akron. Her hobbies are gardening, sewing, cooking, church activities, and walking, which I'm sure she'll be looking forward to doing some more of. We thank you so much, Dana, for your service to our students. All right, one more round of applause before we do our continuing. It's 2.02. Sorry, my computer went a little. She asked what the resolution number was.
We have to vote on 2.01. I would recommend that we take Nadine Glide and Roxanne Stinger out of that.
I agree. I second and third.
Okay. Board, I need a motion for 2.01 for the retirement of those retirees.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Mr. Kent, second by Mr. Kennedy. Any questions?
I'd just like to thank all of our retirees for, I was just doing some quick math, which being a graduate here, math wasn't my strong suit, but I did come up with, where did I put it? For 522 years of service of all the people who are leaving, that are leaving us this year. And that is going to be very, very difficult to replace, but you got to start somewhere. So thank you, all of you, for your many, many years of service. I appreciate it, and I'm sure all our board members appreciate all your time, your dedication to this district and to our students and our taxpayers. So thank you.
Any other?
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you. I think my math's a little better. It was 500. No, anyway, I appreciate all you've done. That's a lot of years in one district for this many people. So, thank you and best of luck in the future.
I'd like to ditto on both board members and what they were saying. Congratulations. I know how it feels when that time come as for retirement, retiring out of education. I know exactly how you feel, and you're going to miss all of the different things you have done, but I'm pretty sure you have some other things in mind as you move forward in your life. So congratulations once again, and we're going to miss you. Thank you.
Yes. I would like to thank you for your years of service, and you know what? It's time. Enjoy your retirement.
Again, I would like to thank you all for all you have done for our children, for all of us in this district. You will be sorely missed with all those years. Roxanne and Nadine and Don, I know them because I work with them personally, but all of you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Enjoy your retirement.
Mrs. Patterson, if I may, if you would perhaps vote on the next issue and
We didn't take
and
a
the
vote.
next resolution, and then we will.
Need a
We
vote.
got to vote on this one.
We didn't take a vote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
you're
they
right.
got to stay.
I got a little ahead of myself.
The motion is on the floor.
We'll
We're
vote for them
prolonging it as long as we can.
I know, right?
We'll vote for
And I
them
don't
at the
blame
end.
you. I don't blame you. My apologies.
Okay, Mr. Parkinson.
Mr. Tench,
Aye.
Mr. Kennedy,
Aye.
Mr. Stevens,
Aye.
Mrs. Boynton,
Aye.
Mrs. Patterson.
Aye. Thank you again. 5-0 board, thank you. Okay, we got to go to 2.02, continuing contract awards.
If you would like to do the roll call on that, if you could please, Mrs. Patterson, make a motion, and then we'll vote on it, and then we could do the awards. I don't want to award them before you vote, because this does require a formal vote for tenure.
Okay. Okay, I guess it just came up. Okay.
Motion.
That's, work, huh? Yes, I see it now. It just popped up on my machine. I need a motion for 2.02 for the continuing contract award.
So moved.
Been moved by
Second.
Mr. Kennedy, second by Mrs. Boynton. Any questions?
Stevens.
What?
Second by Mr. Stevens.
She second.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She's trying to
She's
get it in
closer.
first, so she got it in.
I got you.
Okay, sorry. Any questions? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Mr. Kennedy,
Aye.
Mr. Stevens,
Aye.
Mrs. Boynton,
Aye.
Mr. Tench,
Aye.
Mrs. Patterson.
Aye. 5-0, thank you, board.
Sorry, I had to switch mics. My other one's a little loud. Good evening, and this is also such an exciting opportunity to share with you our continuing contract awardees. I will tell you, I think they would agree in Bedford, it's pretty strenuous. This is not just a check in a box. They have to have recommendations before their principals. The principals have to come to defend that recommendation. So we do have 4 individuals that we recommended your approval this evening. We're going to start off with Katie Callahan of Glendale Primary School. Katie has been with the district for 10 years. She holds a master's degree from Kent State University in May 2016. She taught accelerated kindergarten and first grade at Glendale. Some of the district and building level committees I'll share with you that she served on. She's on the MTSS audit committee, curriculum mapping, assessment for framework. She's on the building leadership team. She's assisted with the Right to Read Week, the Run Club, Culture Club, some additional services such as supplemental appointments, coaching, tutoring, etc. And she was the PTA, served on PTA at Glendale every year since 2011. So we thank you so much, Katie, for your service, and you are well deserving of this recognition. Thank you. Next we have Carla Everhart. Carla is a teacher at Carrollwood Intermediate School. She teaches ELA and science. She's been in the district for 7 years. She holds a master's degree from John Carroll University, which she obtained in 2011. She has taught kindergarten, sixth grade, ELA, and science. Some of the committees she serves on: district leadership team, district vocabulary team, the social justice cornerstone 2, resident educator mentor, building leadership team, again, one school, one book, MTSS. She, I think you coordinate Black History Month, Field Day. Some of the other services and supplementals that she has done: after school student support, iReady tutoring. She is a member of the National Education Association and was nominated as Carrollwood's Teacher of the Year 2019-2020. And one of the things that she also didn't share was that she's also been participating in our Future Leaders Academy. So hopefully at some point you might see her as a leader in the district as well. So thank you so much, and it's very well deserved. Carl. Next, we have Ms. Faith Gordon. Faith is a social worker in the district. She's been with the district for 2 years. She obtained continuing contract from Cleveland Heights University and will be transferring it over to us. She obtained that in 2011-2012. She holds a master's degree from Case Western Reserve, which she obtained in 2009. She serves on the building leadership team, PBIS. She is a BEA rep. She also has served as a student council advisor. She also is participating in the Administrative Academy Future Leaders program. And I also think you remember that she was Social Worker of the Year. So thank you so much, and very well deserving as well. Miss Lisa Wells. Lisa is a school psychologist at Bedford High School. She has served the district for 14 years in the district, and she brings continuing contract to us from Columbus Public Schools. She holds a master's degree from Michigan State. We won't talk about that. She serves on the district leadership team, the district mentoring program. She is a graduation mentor for Bedford High School students. She has served to assist with the interviewing teams for administrators in the district. She co-facilitates the SEL group twice a month with mental health therapists at the high school, and she serves on the crisis team at Bedford High School. She also is the MTSS co-chair for her building. Once again, thank you, and well-deserving.
Don's the only guy. Don's the only guy.
We will take a 10-minute break so that we can thank our retirees and our awardees. We'll be back at 6:35. 34. Okay. Okay, 3.01 audience participation.
So we have one comment from Miss Carla Gosco. She was unable to attend tonight because she's participating in the senior parade with her senior but she would like me to read, on behalf of the class of 2021 senior parents, we would like to send a huge thank you to Dr. Selko, Dr. Johnson, Mr. Thompson, Mrs. Robinson, Mrs. Brennan, Mr. Toth, and everyone else involved for the fun-filled prom and after prom that the seniors enjoyed. Thank you for working with us to make sure, even in a pandemic, the kids have memories to take with them. And a special shout out to Mr. Thompson, Mrs. Robinson, and board member Mr. Stevens for staying up late and coming to after prom. This was a hard year to make a lot happen, but together we did it for the kids. Thank you again from the bottom of our hearts. And just think, after Tuesday, you won't have to read our texts and emails with requests for the senior class anymore, even though we know you will miss us. Thank you.
All right. Okay, we're down to 4.01, the consent agenda. I didn't get any questions, and I must apologize. I did not send out a notice to have you read, but it was changing constantly. So it didn't, if I sent it out, it would have been thrown out anyway because it changed. So I need a motion for 4.01 on the consent agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Stevens.
Second.
Second by Mr.
Kennedy.
Kennedy. Questions?
I got one quick question for the substitute administrator, Mr. Is it
Lifford?
Booker? Yeah, that's for the 2020, 2021 year. Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the rest of the year, we have some admin
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Stevens,
Aye.
Mr. Kennedy,
Aye.
Mrs. Boynton,
Aye.
Mr. Tench,
Aye.
Mrs. Patterson.
Aye, 5-0, thank you, board. Okay. 5.01, this is the second reading, and we do vote on this, which is the approval of the board policies. So I need a motion for 5.01.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Stevens, second,
No, he was first.
who was?
Second.
Tim, second?
No.
Thank
No.
you.
Tim
And
first.
second by-
Tim second.
Tim made the
Tim
motion.
first, me second.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Let the minutes reflect that Mr. Tench made moved the motion and Mr. Kennedy seconded the motion. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Tench,
Aye.
Mr. Kennedy,
Aye.
Mr. Stevens,
Aye.
Mrs. Boynton,
Aye.
Mrs. Patterson.
Aye, 5-0. Thank you, board. 6.01, the personnel matters as listed. Dr. Selico.
Yes, Mrs. Patterson, thank you. We're asking for your approval of 6.01, a personnel item related to an MOU.
Okay.
So moved.
I
So
need a
moved.
motion for 6.01
So moved.
So,
by Mr. Stevens. Second,
second.
second by Mrs. Boynton. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Stevens,
Aye.
Mrs. Boynton,
Aye.
Mr. Kennedy,
Aye.
Mr. Tench,
Aye.
Mrs. Patterson.
Aye, 5-0. Thank you, board. Okay, moving this right along, on 7.01, I need a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
Mrs. Boynton, second by Mr. Kennedy. Any questions? Hearing none. Before we go, I passed some communications around. I hope everybody got to read it.
Yep.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Boynton,
Aye.
Mr. Kennedy,
Aye.
Mr. Stevens,
Aye.
Mr. Tench,
Aye.
Mrs. Patterson.
Aye, 5-0. I also must remind you that we will meet also next Thursday. We have a board meeting next Thursday.
Memorial Day
Any,
too.
yeah, any preparations or anything for Memorial Day that needs to be said?
Are they having a parade?
Any information that I received, I forwarded last week, so I don't have anything new.
Yeah.
Um, so
All I know is that they're only accommodating Mrs.
President.
Patterson and the superintendent up
Right,
on
on the
on the
stage.
thing, and they should have space for us down at the cemetery. The meeting on the square, if I'm not mistaken.
So
That's
there's no lineup?
I believe there is a lineup that we will march, but they don't have the band and that, to my knowledge, unless there's some change, I'll find out. And if I
Okay.
find anything else, let's put it this way, if we're not supposed to be at City Hall on Monday at 10 o'clock or quarter to 10, I'll let you know,
Okay,
and then we can go from there.
okay.
If you don't hear anything, then be at City Hall at quarter to 10.
Okay, okay. All right. Thank you.